this time we will have the visionary, the man behind a lot of the things taking place today in the museum, Captain Matthews.
Thank you, thank you. Please be seated. It is still morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Parents, a marvelous day the Lord said. Show enthusiasm. Good morning. Good morning. That's more like it. My name is Captain Matthews, the founder and the curator of the Buffalo Soldier National Museum. The museum opened January the 5th of 2001. We focus on and feature the Buffalo Soldiers, but in actuality, we give a perspective on the African-American military experience from 1770 to 2000, or from the Revolutionary War to the Persian Gulf War. If you talk about personalities from Christopher Zaddix to Colin Powell. Now, my duty here today is to introduce some of the folks that made it all happen. But we bought this building from the city of Houston back in '08. And when we bought the building from the city of Houston, we started on the project to get things financially in place. See, the mayor just walked up, so I'm gonna break protocol. Okay, all right, good man. Don't break protocol. So to get financial things together, and somebody said, you know, there's a young lady over at the Houston downtown that you need to go try to find and work on and see if she can come help you out. And she led the effort to raise more than $4 million to get us started. So before I go any further, Tracy, please come forward.
I'm not going to take long, but it is amazing to see all of you here this morning. Captain, thank you so much for inviting me to join this initiative, seeing this building and where it is today, and all 3 floors are filled. You know, there was a day where we thought 1 floor would be enough and maybe 2, but now, you know, to see where you are and all that has been accomplished, I just want to say thank you and keep moving forward. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. We couldn't have done it without you. And the other gentleman, another gentleman that was on the scene at the same time, was helping with our real estate, was John Guest. John, will you please come forward? These are the people that were there day one.
Thank you, Captain Matthews. Again, as Tracy just said, this is fantastic. When we first started out with Cap, we got him located initially over on Southmore, but that wasn't good enough for Cap. Cap said he wanted something that reminded him of the good old service days when the Army was first. So we found this building, and it just so happened the city, we were able to get the city to declare it surplus. And so the journey started to get this building for the use of the Buffalo Soldiers. And I'm glad to see that you've done so much, Cap, for this community and putting this history here, because it's important that we always recognize our history, and especially the history of what black people have played in the armed forces. So congratulations to you. This is a tribute not only to you and your persistence, but also something great for the city of Houston. Thank you, Cap.
And then we were getting ready to go through phase 1 and phase 2, and now we just completed phase 3. And we needed about $500,000 to complete it. And we got a call from a state representative at the time named Sylvester Turner. And he said, Captain, how much you need down there? I said, about $500,000. He said, the check's in the mail. So, without any further ado, Sylvester Turner.
Thank you, Cap. Look, what a great day in the city of Houston. I also want to join with everyone else from this inception to where it is today, floors 1, 2, and 3. And look, you don't make accomplishments without great leadership. And so please join me again in thanking this guy for just tremendous leadership. Thank you, Captain Matthews. Thank you. Many of us have been here many times. There's a lot of history to be told. You can't tell the history if you don't work to preserve it. And this museum is all about preserving and then being able to tell and showcase that history. I was honored to just play a small part. As the legislator, I see Representative Jarvis Johnson back there and the County Attorney Vince Ryan. But I was honored to play a small part to assist in providing $500,000 to this as a state legislator. I also look forward to doing even more as the city of Houston as we move forward. You just can't rest on where you are. The question is now, how do you go to the next step and the next step and the next step? So what a great day on Veterans Day. What a great day to showcase the Buffalo National Museum with all the history and the contributions that African Americans have made to our country in building and getting us where we are. And I certainly wouldn't be the mayor of the city of Houston without standing on the shoulders of so many who sacrificed so much to get us where we are today. Thank you again. Okay? Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. We have our board of directors. Put you guys to roll behind you. These guys. She's not up there because she didn't have a shirt. And the class, this is all different years here, but the class of 2017, we have Shad Bargany. So Shad, come up and say a few words.
You know, my role at the Buffalo Soldier Museum is to try to get businesses to donate to this national museum. And we're going to need all your help. We need you to go back and tell everyone about this museum. If you are a business, we need you to help be a benefactor of this museum. We're preserving the history, and you just, once you walk in, it gets you, and it holds on to you. And so I'm asking everyone out here today, to let everyone know about the Buffalo Soldier Museum. And if you want to donate, you want to be a business, you want to be a benefactor, if you've got large corporation behind you, call me. Let's sit down and talk. I'll have you have lunch with Captain, and he'll sell you on the idea.
And we have the national president, Andre Williams. Andre, will you please come forward, please? The 9th and 10th Cavalry Association headquarters is on the 3rd floor.
Well, good morning. How's everyone doing? Look, as a veteran myself, I love to be here in Houston during the Veterans Day event, and thank you to Paul, PJ, for asking us to be a part of this. Also want to ask my first vice, Nina Amos, to come up, because we don't have $4 million and we don't have $500,000 here, but we do want to make a donation to the museum in the amount, let's make sure I get this right, in the amount of $4,200. So on behalf of all the members of the 9th and 10th Horse Cavalry Association, I want to present this check to the museum, to you, Paul, and for all of the hard work you and your members have done to get this phase 1, 2, and 3 at this point. Thank you so much.
we had, when Dr. Harmon left the university over there was some issues in trying to get us squared away. So we had a representative that I didn't know personally that stepped up and helped us to get things resolved. And I want to thank her for our efforts with the museum.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Carolyn Evans Shabazz. I'm the Vice Chair of the Houston Community College Board of Trustees. And I just want to say on behalf of the board and the Houston Community College, we are so honored to share a partnership with the Buffalo Soldiers. This is our parking facility, but we are so very happy to be able to provide that. And so, you know, no greater love than a man laying down his life for others. And I know they are speaking of Christ, but I think that people that do that are very Christ-like. And so I am so very thankful to all of you that have served, because without you, there would be no us. And I am so very thankful to be here. Thank you, Captain Matthews, for acknowledging me. And the Houston Community College is always available to help anyone in the community to the best of my and our ability. Thank you.
Thank you. Jarvis? Don't lose the phone.
Good morning. There is no greater advocate in the world than Captain Matthews at anything, because every time you see him, he has the biggest smile on his face, and he's so happy to come to ask you, can you give us some money for the Buffalo Soldiers Museum? And I have watched Captain Matthews over the years, and every time I see him, he has a smile on his face. And I'm so very happy to know that he's doing this for the Buffalo Soldiers Museum because of the importance for our children to see, those beautiful children to be able to know that their ancestors did great work in making this country as great as it is today. And so this history will not be lost under the guides of Captain Matthews. And so I certainly thank him for all of the work that he is doing and that he will continue to do. And we hope that at some point create a foundation by which this will live on forever. So it is certainly my pleasure to be here. I am always happy to follow up the great Mayor Sylvester Turner. I hope that I can give $750,000 as the new representative taking his place. So they always say you got big shoes to fill. So I hope at some point I can do that. So thank you so much.
Yes, Vince Ryan, your Harris County Attorney, but I also want to say I'm a retired Army reservist, and I went in the military in 1969. And one of the good things about Vietnam was it accelerated desegregation in this society. The Buffalo Soldiers began a tradition of serving this country regardless of race or discrimination or even segregation. And we as a nation honor you. We as a nation deserve to have people like you in the forefront of fighting for the rights of everybody, not only in this country, but in the world. So thank you very much, Captain. Thank you to the Buffalo Soldiers Museum and all you who have served and will serve in the future. Thank you.
Oh, there she is. That's Sheila, right on time. Right on time. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
I thought you were going to sing or something.
No. We've done that already.
Okay.
Sheila Jackson Lee.
Hold on. Get my, no, I'm just, I'm getting ready to find my remarks so I can sing.
Wow. I said it this morning, I'm going to say it again. What a beautiful, bright, and shining morning to honor the veterans of this great nation. To all of the elected officials, what an honor to be here. Captain, what an honor to be here. So just to offer you the final word, the Buffalo Soldiers were called such by Native Americans. To see the fuzzy-haired dark men come and in their prowess serve their nation. We were never enemies of those who claim this as their native land. We have never been enemies of those whom we have come to defend. You as veterans never went nor never put on the uniform as an enemy. I'm so proud that you put on the uniform as a defender of freedom, justice, and this little book called the Constitution. And as you put on the uniform, there's one word that I know that I have used and will continue to use. It is faith. Faith that that uniform stood for the values of this nation. Faith that your families would continue to love and welcome you home. Faith in your brother or sister, comrade, that they would be there for you. Faith that what you would fight for would be the values that we would maintain. Faith that the red, white, and blue, of which I have tried to epitomize, was more than a flag, but it was the idea that we can kneel, we can pray, we can stand. For the Constitution gives us that authority, and you fight for that freedom. And so today I wanted to just call the names of all of you that are here and call it by way of faith, that we had faith in each and every one of you. So if you hear your branch being called, I will say I have faith. United States Army, United States Army, this will defend. I have faith. Air Force, aim high. I have faith. Marines, happy birthday. Simplify, I have faith. Wow, happy birthday, Marines. There's a lot of you here, that's for sure. The Navy, not self but country. I have faith. The Coast Guard, always prepared. I have faith. And the National Guard, always ready, always there. We have faith in you. I close by simply saying, Captain Murray, thank you for the faith that you have placed in this hollow ground. And thank you for the faith of this great event today. Let us remember our POWs and our MIAs, and let us have faith. God bless all of you. God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Always a pleasure. The other thing that's happening on today is I will be giving up my authorities here as the commander of the museum. So we're having a change of command ceremonies. So officially today, if you want something done around here, don't call me. Oh, hold on, one other thing.
I was very remiss. I forgot to acknowledge the college Central Campus president, Dr. Siddiqui, and this parking is a part of the Central Campus, and I forgot. I'm so very sorry.
Please, come forward, please. Say a few words. Thank you for that. Thank you. Watch your step. Yeah, we're on the campus of ACC, so we're going to treat this guy nice.
Just excited to be here and part of the celebration, historical celebration for Buffalo Soldier Museum. I come on and off to this campus, to this place, because my campus is here, next door. So I walk. So I'm very familiar with the objects, the artifacts, and I'm so excited to be here. Great service to our country. So thanks all the veterans. Thank you.
Thank you.
To Brother Williams and you, please. I think he just said this was his church and just gave the history. So would you come, young man? Because in Washington, we need to know about the church's history and as well the story of our brothers, particularly in Logan's. And so let me just present to you, because this great church should be honored. And he told me that I honored his grandmother. And so in this very famous day and this very important day, let me also remember those who were part of the Logan struggle, because the day we struggle, and if we do not remember those struggles, we will not be able to overcome. This flag will hopefully commemorate your church, your grandmother, and the history that you embed in your soul, and this wonderful, historic bell that will continue to ring in our lives.
Thank you. And then before we have the change of command, we have a presentation from County Commissioner.
Can I have Mr. Cody Holder from Harris County Precinct 4, Commissioner Jack Cagle's office, please?
Captain, if you'll stand up here with me. Mayor, I think this was a $500,000 well spent, don't you think? First and foremost, it is Veterans Day. Can anybody who served in the armed forces just raise your hand real fast? Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here, and you guys provided me freedoms that I don't deserve, so thank you guys so much. I have a proclamation here from Commissioner Cagle. He's ill today. He wanted to be here, so he sends his regards. It says, Harris County Precinct 4, the Honorable R. Jack Cagle hereby recognizes the Buffalo Soldiers Museum for the ribbon-cutting ceremony in Houston, Texas. As Precinct 4 Commissioner of Harris County, Texas, and on behalf of the citizens of Harris County, congratulations on your ribbon-cutting ceremony. I am pleased to celebrate this momentous occasion with you. I appreciate your dedication to educate the public and preserve the history of and outstanding contributions of the American Buffalo Soldiers. The Buffalo Soldiers National Museum is and will continue to be a great asset to our community for many generations to come. Signed, Commissioner R. Jack Cagle. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And now, if you guys will move back a little bit.
Detail, halt. Right, hey. Changing the command. Right, hey. Forward, hook.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for coming out. There are many words that can describe how I feel right now. Blessed, honored, excited, a bit anxious, but most of all proud. Proud of the museum, proud of the brave men and women who fought in the defense of the United States of America, but most of all proud of Captain Matthews for making his dream into a reality. So I never lead with the story, and I often leave it out. But a wise person once told me, don't let anyone else tell your story. It won't have the same effect. Be proud of where you come from and how far you've come. So Captain Matthews is not only the person who brought me into the museum and nonprofit field, he also happens to be my grandfather. As Professor Holder would remind me quite often, the first article that the museum had was in the Houston Chronicle in 2001, and myself and my younger brother were pictured in that article. And who knew 17 years later I would be standing right at this podium at this moment. It definitely was not my plan, but I am excited about leading the torch to continue this legacy. So the legacy continues not only for me personally and professionally, but for the Buffalo Soldiers, as it's my duty to ensure that their story continues for generations after us. Thank you all for coming and witnessing this moment, and thank you for all the love and support from the board members to the staff, volunteers, the troopers, everybody. It's been, I've only been in this position for a year and a half now, but it's been a very, very welcoming environment, and I'm lucky to be a part of this museum.
Look, Buffalo Soldier Museum is one of these places, if you're in the city of Houston or you're visiting, you just have to see. This is about preserving so much of our history. Buffalo Soldiers go way, way back. They are a vital part of the African American history. They're a vital part of the history of the United States of America. And the fact that this museum is spectacular, first, second, and third floor. This is a must-see place, and especially when it comes to events, if you don't book and have your event here, you are missing out. So I've been here many, many times. But with what they have done here at the Buffalo Soldier National Museum, it is simply amazing. It's a must-see, must-be place in the city of Houston.